As a chilly and windy night settles in across South Louisiana, a number of local high school football teams enter the evening with dreams of being warm and indoors 2 weeks from now. That, of course, being the state championships in the Louisiana Superdome. Thanksgiving was a time to be thankful and feast, but now it's time to quickly regain focus and be light on your feet. If you've made it this far to the quarterfinal round of the playoffs, you without a doubt have had a great season. Wins from this point forward will be remembered for a lifetime. Losses will likewise sting for years to come. It's time for another action-packed show featuring the best in South Louisiana high school football. Sportsline Friday Night starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Sportsline Friday Night. I'm Jacques Doucet. My partner and co-host, Kevin Baptiste, Chaos Kevin, we call him, was at a very interesting game tonight. He's in the edit bay right now getting those highlights ready. He'll be out here momentarily. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you had some turkey, maybe a cupcake. Let's show you highlights tonight of quarterfinal action. Let's take you out to Memorial Stadium as Catholic took on Rummel. This evening, we start in the second quarter. Rummel moving the ball, but fourth down now, and Kendrick Joseph drops the pass from Janald Buggage Jr., so it's a turnover on downs. Now it's Catholic with the football a little bit later in the second. Baylor Graves dropping back, but he is sacked by Lester Johnson Jr. Now time running down in the first half. Rummel trying to get a scoring drive going before the first half, but Buggage is picked off by Jacob Bradford. So Bradford with the pick. We had a scoreless game at halftime. Let's take you to the second half now. It's a Baylor Grave, 12 yards to Bo Thomas, and Catholic High is on the board, 7-0 Bears out in front. We take it now to the fourth quarter. Buggage trying to make something happen, get his team on the board. This pass is up in the air, and it's intercepted by Caden Jones, so a big turnover forced by the Bears. Catholic Graves, however, returns the favor. It's intercepted by Mitchell Harris Jr. These two teams, a lengthy history in the postseason. This is the fourth time they've met since 2019 in the quarterfinals or deeper. I'd like to thank Robin Fambro for that information, the history. Buggage then throws to Kendrick Joseph to Micah Green for the game-tying touchdown. Fourth down for the Bears when Graves, though, throws to Cohen LeBlanc, who throws to Amari Clayton for a 14-7 Bears advantage on the trick play there. So you see some trickeration in this game, and the big crowd there at Memorial Stadium watching the final play from Rummel, which is stopped here, coming up by Catholic High as the black shirts make the tackle, and that is how things go for Catholic High, as Hudson Fuller, the head coach, and his team squeeze out the 14-7 victory. So now Catholic High advances to the semifinals. Remember last year they were state champions, beat Acadiana 55-31. Rummel came into this game really hot, but Catholic High turns them away, and Catholic High beat Rummel in the semifinals last year as well by the final of 28-16. So congratulations to the Bears, who will now take on Edna Carr in the semifinals. And in the other half of the bracket, John Curtis, no surprise that they're there, but a lower seed than normal at 19, will be taking on Alexandria. You know, the Sidla region there doesn't usually produce powerhouse football, but this year Alexandria has certainly been a powerful team, and we'll see how they'll fare against John Curtis. Ash, all right. Let's talk about West Monroe traveling to Central this evening. West Monroe, a traditional power. They came in with 5 losses. Central, on the other hand, 11-1. They beat West Washington last week 45-20. West Monroe's Ryder Dejon, the pass to Trez Davis for the first down. Then Central quarterback Jackson Furman keeps the ball for a big run. Photographer gets run into in the back, I'm told, and Furman gets the touchdown into the great wide open. Another Tom Petty song for you there, as he's into the end zone for the score, running down a dream. And yes, Scott Pace took a run in the back there. Scott Pace was initially supposed to go to Franklinton, an hour and a half away. He stayed closer, but he paid the price there on that play. Here comes West Monroe. Dejan pass to Caden Willis for the first down. As West Monroe tries to get their act together, and it's Dejan to pass to Luke Valerie, and this is going to tie things up as he breaks the tackle in the secondary. Off to the races, and the Rebels find the end zone, and just like that, we are tied up 7-all. Dejan then tries to pass here again coming up, but David Semino and his defense making a play. That ball is going to be intercepted by Stephen Raynal. And so then Furman hands it away to Marvin Joseph for a good run and a touchdown. And Central is ahead 14-7. This one's not over yet, so Central looking to buy some insurance here, and they hand it off to Manny Williams, and Williams tiptoes and then sprints ahead, gets away from the defense. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. Central 21-7 at that point. Indeed, they are excited, and for very good reason, as they have advanced to the semifinals of the playoffs with this victory tonight. As we take a look, final score was 21-7. So Central has only lost one game this year, and that was way back on October the 18th to Catholic High. And last year they won a pair of playoff games and then lost to Dutchtown 21-20 in a heartbreaker. So Semino and company making another deep run in the playoffs.
Man, just proud of our kids. Resilient victory against an awesome West Monroe football team that played tough football. Man, just overjoyed for what we accomplished tonight together as a unit. We played a tough defense in West Monroe that hadn't given up a whole lot of points to a whole lot of people, you know, and took us a little while to figure out, you know, where to scratch where it itches, but I thought we found a way to just, you know, grind it out and make some great plays, you know. Hats off to our kids and our coaches for finding a way to get it done.
How do you prepare for next week?
Well, man, I mean, you just got to go back to work, you know, and the stakes get higher and higher, and the competition gets better and better, you know. So, you know, we played Neville last year, and it was a very close football game, 17-16, and they got a great football team and a great program. So I know it'll be a very tough challenge.
David Semino has been a winner wherever he has gone. Catholic Point-Capee took them to the Superdome. Catholic High took them to the Superdome twice, won a state championship. And now with Central, he has taken them to the semifinals to take on Neville, who is a powerhouse for sure, the #1 seed. And then the other half of that bracket is Ruston and Destrehan. So congratulations to the Wildcats, but they are not ready to throw a parade yet in Central. More work to do. All right, we did do a great job last week, so once again, we want to announce the winner of the $5,000 for the Dr. Pepper Make That Sack campaign. The $5,000 tuition check goes to Braylon Wilson from Madison Prep Academy. Braylon actually took the Week 10 award home as well, and now he takes home the grand prize. Braylon getting that $5,000 check to help out with tuition in front of his classmates, as you can see here. Congrats to Braylon Wilson on a great season and winning the Dr. Pepper Make That Sack campaign. All right, we're just getting started here on Sportsline Friday night. It is postseason football at its best here in South Louisiana. Stay right there. Chaos Kevin will eventually make it to the set. We've got highlights and post-game reaction of your local teams. Let's take you under the water tower in Kentwood, Louisiana, where Southern Lab was there this evening. A pair of teams that have won 5 straight games. Jerry Botley, the swing pass to Marquez Williams, makes defenders miss, keeps his balance, goes the distance for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion was missed, but the Lab is out to the 6-0 advantage. Kentwood's Ahmad Bickham Jr. keeps here as he's back in the pocket, says, I can run it. Tucks it under, goes down hard, but a first down. Then Jamarian Burton, the reigning WAFB High School Football Player of the Week after 214 yards and 3 touchdowns last week rushing. Up the middle for the touchdown, 2-point conversion good. Kentwood up 8-6, but here comes Botley with the keeper, trucks the defender. Nice game for the first down. We move to the second quarter, 4th down for the Kittens. Marion Asbury takes the pitch. The Kentwood defense is ready though. They drop him, and there is a turnover on downs. Kentwood with the short field. Ahmad Bickham Jr. up the middle for the touchdown. 2-point failed, 14-6 Kentwood. Then Jerry Botley is picked off by Chance Briggs. Nice return, so the Kangaroos are on the short field. Then it's Burton. He takes the handoff. He takes it into the end zone. We're in Kentwood. Oops, he did it again. 22-6, Kangaroos out in front. But here comes the Lab. Jerry Botley finds Keenan Butler, and the Kittens are in business. Travarius Norman takes the handoff, gets in the end zone. 2-point conversion good. 22-14 now. Kangaroos up by 8, but on the kickoff, Jermaine Brown Jr., he feels it on one hop, gets to the outside, and he's going the distance. He's going for speed all the way into the end zone. The 2-point conversion was good. It was 30-14 Kentwood at the half, and they are hopping happy. The Kangaroos are. 50-32 is the final score, so the Lab makes a nice run there. And they, of course, won state last year over Riverside 42-35, but this year they had lost 21 players. They had lost 18 starters. Regardless, a deep run. Kentwood, on the other hand, says, we're going to move on. And so let's take a look now. Vermilion Catholic, VC, out of Abbeville, Louisiana, will take on Kentwood next week. And Washita Christian took care of Covenant Christian. And we don't want to spoil the ending of Riverside and Ascension Catholics. We've got that coming up. Commercial break. More highlights coming up. The Plaquemine Green Devils at home hosting Opelousas, who is a defending state champion. The Green Devils have won 11 straight games after losing to Zachary 49-14 to start the year. Plaquemine knocking off Northwest 49-34, and Grant in the first round 43-0. Early on, it's a block punt by the visitors, Opelousas, on special teams, so they are in the red zone. The Tigers would score with quarterback runs. Zacchaeus Malvo would call his own number to the outside, 8-0. Tigers out in front. So was Plaquemine ready for the big stage? The Green Devils would respond right away as they put together a drive, and Tyrese Mosby would get his first touchdown of the night, 8-7 Opelousas. The Green Devils would force a 3-and-out, and then Mosby would bounce off of two defenders and eventually get the Green Devils in the end zone. He finished the job off once again, punch it into the end zone. 14-8 Green Devils. The Green Devils would score again here before halftime. Mosby run makes it 21-8 at the half. We think that's what's coming up here. That's flash forward to the second half. Opelousas. There's your Plaquemine touchdown. Now we're going to the second half. It was 21-8 Plaquemine. Here comes Malvo, 21-16. Green Devils out in front. Plaquemine would put their head down and go to work again as Plaquemine's Nicholas Victorian would connect with Ryance Willoughby to put the Green Devils in wonderful field position. I think you can guess who gets the rock. It is Mosby, 28-16 on his fourth touchdown of the evening. Now it's 35-22 Green Devils, and the defense comes out. Malvo sacked by Cameron Rogers trying to improvise. Down he goes. Rogers is happy about that. Fourth down for the Tigers. The Tigers would drop back and try to get one last prayer in. Averian Lawson would seal the game for the Green Devils with the interception. We got some celebration. Let's listen real quick here.
Hey, amazing game up Plaquemine High. I just wanted to say, see you next round, baby.
Indeed. See you next round, baby. The Green Devils return to the semifinals, first time since 2014. Pointing at the finger, not quite. Got a few more steps, but yes, they are thinking about a ring. Here is your head coach.
Man, I want to commend my coaching staff and the players. It's a whole team win. We came into it again with another what we wanted to do, and we executed. Man, I can't say enough about these kids and this coaching staff. This has nothing to do with me.
And talk about Tyrese. I mean, obviously, he just didn't go down.
But what's crazy, he's an even greater kid. You know, student of the year last year, and he told me before the game, Coach, I'm gonna give it everything I got.
You got Cecilia next.
Yes,
what's next for you guys?
Just build on what we just did. Correct our mistakes as always, and get better at what we did good.
A big win because Opelousas came in on a 7-game winning streak after starting 1-4. So now Plaquemine gets ready to take on Cecilia. And, you know, an 18 seed, certainly not a daunting task for the Green Devils. We'll see if they can get it done. More Sportsline Friday night coming up. E.D. White at home taking on Vandebilt, and there you see E.D. White coming onto the field. Nice production here on the internet. They had just finished playing Journey. The music was still kind of playing. Here's your opening kickoff, and Jalen Coleman of the visitors takes it in and runs it back 94 yards for the score. The extra point try was no good. It was 6-0. Visitors, Vanderbilt. The Cardinals, though, here they come. Grant Barbera will find Ben Guidry, and this combination is going to be important in tonight's story. This is an 11-yard touchdown. E.D. White kicks the extra point. It is 7-6. Then a 22-yard field goal. I believe this is by Ty Powell. Makes it a 10-6 game. Cardinals. Barbera had a quarterback sneak from short distance coming up. That made it 17-6. E.D. White at halftime as he takes it in for the score here. But Vanderbilt Catholic was ready to make a big comeback in the second half. Jack Chestnuts roasting over an open fire. Now it doesn't work. Throws it to Ethan Henney, and Henney is into the end zone for the score. Chestnut the touchdown pass, 17-12. And then it is Jalen Coleman, a huge crease off the left side. He's in, 22-yard touchdown, 18-17 Vanderbilt Catholic. With about 30 seconds left, Barbera heaves it to Ben Guidry, makes the catch, the 21-yard touchdown. Pandemonium in Thibodaux. Watch the announcers making the call. 23-18. E.D. White wins it. We'll have much more coming up in the second half of the show. Here's where you can catch us. I think Kevin is coming back. I hope he is. More football, though. I'll be here. Sportsline Friday night continues. I'm Jacques Doucet. Hopefully you've had a great Thanksgiving week. And you know what they say, if you're still playing football the Friday after Thanksgiving, you've had a great season. And we continue with a couple of local teams going head-to-head tonight as we take a look at Istrouma and Madison Prep. Midway through the second quarter, Istrouma in the red zone on a fourth down, and quarterback Frank Alexander's pass is tipped and intercepted by Andre Gibson in the secondary. So the Chargers making the defensive play at Olympia Stadium, and it was a scoreless game at the half. In the third quarter, Madison Prep with the first possession in the second half on a fourth down. Quarterback Tylen Johnson keeps it and drags defenders for the first down and more. Look at him, he refuses to go down. A few plays later, Johnson hands it off to Jeremiah Anderson, and he finds a hole, gets to the sideline, and is in for the score. A 32-yard jaunt and the Chargers take a 7-0 advantage. Next possession, though, Alexander throws complete to Kyrie Paul. First down for the Indians. A few plays later, Paul gets the handoff. We take a look at the passing play here. There's Paul. He's always an electric playmaker. And a few plays later, Paul will get the handoff, and he gets the right edge and will go untouched for 6. We take a look, Istrouma. They've made their deepest postseason run in over 2 decades. And speaking of running, there goes Paul. They will go for 2, and on the 2-point conversion, it's Alexander. He will scramble around trying to make a play, but he's unable to connect with Diane Shavers. So Madison Prep is still out in front at that point, leading 7-6. Nice defensive play there. A little shove there at the end. Late in the 4th, Prep with the ball. Johnson fakes the handoff and throws complete to Landon Johnson. First down, Chargers. A few plays later, Johnson backpedaling, throws it up, and it's caught by Amarian Sanders for the 19-yard touchdown pass. Chargers now take a 14-6 lead. Now just 6 seconds left. Istrouma one last chance, and Alexander goes deep, but it falls incomplete. And Madison Prep, the Chargers, will move on to the semifinals with a 14-6 win over Sid Edwards' Istrouma Indians. So there you have it. Madison Prep won a state title in 2020. Can they do it again? Well, here's their head coach.
It's a great feeling. We didn't play well tonight, but we played well enough to win. I told my guys this is a part of it. Sometimes you got to win ugly. And I told them I'd rather ugly win than a pretty loss any day. We need to work on when we get back Sunday. And then we're just gonna move from there. But hey, I'm happy and I'm grateful that we moving to the next round. Well, we just came out flat. The Thanksgiving break and all of that stuff plays a part. But at the end we came back to who we really are. We ran the football. So hopefully we continue to do the same thing, and that's our trend. That's who we are. So continue to work on that.
Madison Prep started the year 0-3 against Dutchtown, Vandebilt, and Southside. Since then, they have won 9 straight games. They took out St. Charles Catholic last week, and now they will be taking on Archbishop Shaw with a chance to reach the Superdome. E.D. White at the bottom half of that bracket. We showed you their highlights just a while ago. So congratulations to Landry Williams and company, and congratulations to Istrouma. Sid Edwards and his staff have obviously done a great job. They won a pair of playoff games this year, and doing a great job there. All right, let's move on here. We're talking about Bunkie and Jules Sumner. Teams taking the field here. Bunkie came into this game undefeated. Sumner, they hand off to Kendall Brown for the big first down run. Just hanging on for dear life there, trying to grab his jersey. Finally, he is taken down. That leads to Brown again going 15 yards for a touchdown, and Sumner takes a quick 6-0 advantage. Bunkie, though, here they come. Dylan Compton, short pass to Zion Lee for the first down. And then they put Lee in the direct snap position, and he will reverse to Kyle Johnson for the touchdown. Then, 2-point conversion. Compton keeps and goes around the outside, and Bunkie at that point leads 8-6. Sumner, they're trying to make something happen. Kamari Warren pass to Kendall Brown is intercepted by Bunkie's Ron Patterson. A 60-yard return for the touchdown. Big defensive play by Bunkie. The 2-point conversion fails, but they're up 14-6. Sumner trying to answer back. Handoff to Jeremiah Brooks up the middle. He falls inches short of the end zone. Then Warren keeps up the middle for the score, so Bunkie would lead 14-12. There's a 2-point conversion coming up with just 39 seconds left to go on the clock, so this is big. Sumner handoff to Brown, but he's taken down short by Kyle Johnson and Ron Patterson. And Bunkie, by stuffing that 2-point conversion, they go on the road. They remain undefeated. They win 14-12 is the final score in that one. And so as we take a look at the brackets here, We'll get to Dunham here in a second against Lafayette Christian, Calvary Baptist, and Episcopal. We'll have highlights of that one as well. And we've got more Sportsline Friday night, the quarterfinal round edition coming up.
All righty. All righty.
And here is Kevin Baptiste joining us on the show. Crazy game tonight, Kevin. 20 years goes by quick. I remember Dunham State Championship in 2004. They've kind of got a dream team. Seems like they may have a shot this year, but tonight they were in some trouble.
They were in some real trouble. Lafayette Christian really took them to the edge, and this just adds to the aura of Chaos Kev. This might be the best Chaos Kev once ever. Let's go to that one. Dunham, as they get the top seed, they had the undefeated season as they hosted Lafayette Christian, and those nights, they really came out grounding and pounding. Their first drive of the game is going to be the touchdown right here after the running back bounced to the outside. Calvin Parker puts his team on the board first, 7-0, and then skip ahead to the second quarter. LCA threatening again. And then it's going to be Jalen Noel who's going to go in standing up for the touchdown, 14-0. It was 14-7 at the half. Elijah Haven finally put Dunham on the board. And then coming out of the locker room, Haven is going to get his second rushing touchdown right here. But the extra point was missed. So LCA still had the lead 14-13. And then on the ensuing drive, they're going to get back to the goal line and give it right back to Noel for his second rushing touchdown. That started a run of 16 unanswered points. So LCA, they led 30-13 in good position for the upset. Dunham, their season's on the line. What can they do? And here they go. On the first play of the fourth quarter, it's going to be Haven to Jarvis Washington in stride for the touchdown. 30-20 at that point, and then Washington gonna do a little, teach me how to Dougie. You know how to Dougie drop?
That looks like a grown man. That's a high school kid. Unreal.
Good stuff right there from Jarvis Washington. So the offense gets right back to it after their defense gets a stop. Haven up top to Trevor Heyman, sorry about that, for the touchdown. 30-27. So Dunham, they got some momentum. Now can their defense finally force a turnover? Here we go. On the third down, Lafayette Christian just near midfield, and it's going to be Braylon Walker. His pass is going to be intercepted, and it's the tip drill for the Tigers. Grant Morgan on the deflection, Elliott Trahan on the reception. So the offense, they have the chance to get the lead, and here's what they do. First play of the ensuing drive, Haven, deep shot. Easton Gyro, are you out there? Yes, he is, in stride for the touchdown. Dunham takes their first lead of the game, 34-30 with just over 3 minutes to go, and they're going crazy at the chapel. So now all the defense has to do is to get a stop. LCA had 2 more chances. They got to stop or force the punt. And then on their last chance, they're backed up near their own end zone, 4th down, running around Walker, and no one is out there. And Dunham, trailing 17 points entering the 4th quarter. They keep their season alive, and they advance 34-30 is the final. Just a thriller for Neil Weiner and company as they move on, and they will play Bunkie in the next round. And Neil talk some more about that thrilling win.
I made what appeared to be a bad decision to go for it on a 4th down, but I believed in our kids. I thought we would execute, and hats off to them. They made the stop, but our kids they got that mentality, not dead, can't quit. We kept emphasizing this week, no matter what's going on, just keep fighting, and they did. That's a big one right here. That's one of the most talented teams we've played probably since the semifinal game right here on this field against U-High 2 years ago. And I'm just so proud of our kids. We kept hearing all week, through social media and stuff, but we haven't played a tough schedule, and they have, and they did. But we got tough kids, and tough people win.
All right, Lafayette Christian, they are a perennial power, and the teams they lost to, Rummel, Westgate, Shaw, Central, Notre Dame, McCrowley, Evangel, they're not a 6-6 team, really. And they gave Dunham all they wanted tonight.
No, that's what Coach Weiner referred to in that post-game interview, saying that they heard the noise people were saying about them. They didn't play anybody, but they stood on business tonight. Or as Richard Montgomery was doing at the end of that, he sat on business in that game. So, yeah.
All right. Great stuff, Kevin. Let's talk about St. James playing host to Pine. Pine is just like a mystery team. I've been here forever. It's like, who is Pine? All right, well, they're playing the Wildcats. St. James, Jawan Jackson pass to Kendrick Joseph Jr. Then Jackson finds Jaqueus Villanueva for the completion. Nice run and spin move for the touchdown. 7-0, St. James out in front. And pause for touchdown celebration. I love it.
Is that the...
I don't know if that was Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, something. Terry Nite pass is intercepted by Jarrell Williams before being taken down. And the coach and the player celebrate. This one, I am told. The great Bunny Brock going all the way over to St. James to get these highlights. Yeah, the coaches are celebrating. Unfortunately, the Wildcats didn't produce anything on the return. Second quarter, a few plays later, Trey Knight, the handoff to Vaughn Johnson. The Raiders finally put some points on the board, touchdown, 7-7. Then here comes Jackson, the pass complete to Jaqueus Villanueva, and he makes a run for the end zone for the touchdown. 14-7, St. James out in front in the second quarter, and we've got some more sideline celebration. The guys ate a lot for Thanksgiving. Got to burn off some extra calories. Got to do a little more hopping around on the sidelines. You love to see it. That would lead to Trey Knight finding a way into the backfield, decides to throw it, and it's almost intercepted by Gary White. Yep, you take it. It is intercepted by Gary
deflection. White. There we go. You got
so
a house call?
That's a pick six. So St. James scoring off their defense. And the happy Wildcat. Oh, that one is intercepted by Jai Blaine. So that was Blaine with the interception for the touchdown.
Incredible face mask right there.
And let's take a look at the final score in this one. St. James 26-7 was the final in that one. So congratulations to the Wildcats as they advance. They will take on Union Parish, the bottom half of that bracket, Sterlington and Gina. So things coming together just like that. And just got a text message from David Semino. I was curious the last time Central had made it to the semifinals, 2008, 16 years ago for them.
There we go, Big J journalism right there. All right, we got more Sportsline coming up after this. Welcome back to Sportsline. 2C Ascension Catholic hosting Riverside in Division 4 Select. The Bulldogs lost in heartbreak fashion in the quarters last year, and Riverside actually lost in the state championship, so something has to give tonight in the road to the Dome. And it was the Bulldogs striking first by, you guessed it, a former Sportsline Player of the Week, Mr. Chad Elsie Jr., a long touchdown run that tied it at 7 in the first quarter. So skip ahead on a third and very long, Brock Bourgeois jump ball is caught by Boogie Johnson, and he can boogie all he wants after making the play like that. Touchdown makes it 14-7, Riverside back in front, but then you give it back to that man himself, Chad Elsie, on a slant, and that made it 21-14 Bulldogs at the half. Riverside drives down the field to open the third quarter. Martrell Henry Jr. slams it in to tie the game at 21, and then Elsie is going to go right back to work, direct snap, finds his lane, breaks some tackles, and he is gone down the left sideline for his fourth score of the game, 28-21 Dogs. But Henry is going punch for punch, screen pass, caught right here. The senior running back finds his lane, and he takes it all the way. That ties the game back up at 28. And Elsie puts the team on his back again and delivers again. Long touchdown run. Dogs in front, 34-28. Elsie had a 73-yard touchdown later in the game as Ascension Catholic would go on to win 40. Wait, it just launched. All right, there we go. Ascension Catholic wins 40-35. Elsie scored 6 touchdowns and accounted for all of the Bulldogs' points. And he's making another case for Sportsline Player of the Week, Jock.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He looks like a pretty thick kid, but obviously he didn't eat too much for Thanksgiving because he was running very fast out there tonight away from the defense. So,
next round for Ascension Catholic. They will play Ouachita Christian in the next round. Lowell Narcisse and the Dogs are headed to the semifinals for the first time since 2019, whenever they went to the Dome in back-to-back years. So Ascension Catholic trying to get back.
There you go. All right, Episcopal, they were up in the Shreveport area tonight taking on Calvary Baptist. And Episcopal would get on the board first with a field goal on their opening drive, but Calvary would answer back with a lot more. James Simon gets the handoff and pushes the defender off. He dives towards the pylon for 6 points. Calvary now up 7-3. The Cavaliers get the ball back and add to their lead quickly as Braylon Hugion takes the jet pass and leads the Knights defense in the dust. Cavaliers now up 14-3. And after getting pinned on their own goal line, Calvary is able to make their way down the field, and Simon punched it in for his second touchdown to put the Cavs up 21-3. Calvary's offense adds to the lead. Abram Wardell connects with Braylon Hugion, who outruns the Episcopal defense on his way to the end zone. It was a long night for Episcopal. They had a great year, but it is not good tonight. 52-10 was the final score. So Travis Bourgeois' team bows out.
Congrats to them on a good season.
Absolutely. All right, and so now we've got Dunham and Bunkie, Calvary Baptist, and Catholic High out of New Iberia meeting in semifinal action next week.
Still can't believe that Dunham comeback, man. You had to be there to see it, man. It was just great, man.
So here you go. For me and Catholic and Kentwood, Ouachita Christian, and Ascension Catholic in the Division 4 Select. So we will have high school football coverage next Friday of some kind. We'll see if it's Sportsline or just a long sportscast for Kevin Baptiste, who is doing work tonight.
And then more work tomorrow. Bayou Classic.
You weren't working from home. You were working out in the field for sure. Enjoyed it. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a great weekend.